Nusa is here in the studio. Mutalai Nusa is also affectionately called Captain. Captain. Captain
Malantan.
Mutalai Nusa. Good morning to
Good
you.
morning, Malantan. How are you doing? Why you laugh?
I just like how you always say man lantam. Man lantam.
Man Lantan.
It's okay.
Yes.
Man captain.
Man Lantan.
Man Mutala.
You're a big man.
Man
You're a
Inusa.
big man. When they call you Man Lantan.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well,
yes,
if I'm a
yeah.
big man, then you should come with a lot of money in my pocket too.
It shows that
How
you have
can
a
you
lot
be a
of
big
money.
How can you be a big man without money in your
Unfortunately,
pocket?
I'm not in your pocket, so
Eh?
but I can see that.
How
you have
can you
lot
be a
of
big man
money.
without money in your pocket? I look like I have a lot of money, but my pocket is dry.
That alone will bring the money. So
Yeah.
it attracts money.
My pocket is dry.
Just like Alaji Collins that said that when you wear white, it attracts angels.
Well, I'm not wearing white
You're-
today.
No, you're dressing.
I'm not
showing
wearing
that
white
you're
today.
attracting a lot of cash.
Well, I hope
Not
so.
the cash.
I hope so because I need money.
Yeah, of course. you
I'm
need
dry.
money.
My pocket is dry.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
By the time that you'll be out on this very seat, the packet will be full.
Yeah, my pocket is
refill.
dry like
A dry season.
Uh,
A dry season. January, February, March.
Do you remember this song? This song by Joe Fraser. It
does
says,
it say?
"Yeah, chia mao, yeah, but
Yes,
so
yes,
my
yes.
yeah dry. I remuni.
So
Oh,
has there been
Chiamao.
moment? Has there been moment where you sat down, you realize that your pocket is dry, then you begin to sing the song? Like,
Oh, like right now. Like right now. I don't even have to cast my mind back. Right now. But chia ma. Actually, the bottom my yeah dry.
Bear fine. Maybe I bear
She,
fine.
she.
Maybe I bear fine.
You know,
Maybe I
Joe
bear
Fraser. Joe Fraser. I have to look for that song.
You have to look for
I
that
have to
song.
look
and
that
then
for
you-
yeah,
you
chia
have
my bottom my yeah dry.
Yes.
So you need to come and
it
put
is-
some money inside.
Yes, definitely.
Uh-huh. So I'll be waiting for
It
you.
will come. It will come. We'll start signing the check. Start giving the brown envelopes.
Please, I don't want any check. I don't want check. Please.
That will bounce.
I don't want
You are
check.
scared of check.
Because check has the potential to bounce. Yes.
You want what?
I do. I want
if you
cash.
if you are so
I want cash
if
or
you
alert.
ask for
Just drop the alert. Do the
alert.
transfer. Let me get the alert on my phone.
okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
or give me the cash.
What's your Momo number?
Oh, let me put it out there.
Yeah, just send me your Momo.
02400000000.
By the time you are out of the seat, you see some alert dropping.
Don't worry.
Yes,
You already know my mobile number.
Is it the same number? You know, these days
You
when
already
you
know my-
I'm coming.
you
These
know my
days,
Momo
these
number.
days, you have to be very careful, extra careful, else you start paying for quick loan.
I said you already know
Have
my
you?
mobile number.
What's your experience with quick loan?
My experience with quick loan.
Yes, MTN quick loan.
I know that there are a lot of people who take MTN quick loan. And the last time I was telling the story of, a friend of mine who wasn't very fortunate, because he had a certain arrangement with a mobile money vendor. And then he takes the quick loan.
Okay.
And when the time is almost due,
Then he goes to pay.
yes, so he goes to the Momo vendor. The Momo vendor gives him the money. He pays off the quick loan. He takes another quick loan, and then he gives the Momo vendor back.
I don't know where
the
you're
money.
heading to, but I'm beginning to smile.
So one day, he went to the Momo vendor. The same MO. He collected the money. He paid off the quick loan, and then when he was trying to get the quick loan again, they told him that he's not eligible.
You don't qualify.
Hey, this guy called me, Charlie.
So yeah, that is
Charlie,
savior.
Charlie,
That moment, I'm sure that
Oh,
if
me,
you're
I
in an
wasn't.
air
I
condition-
wasn't. Unfortunately, I wasn't in a position to help him because I was.
You were hot already.
I was hot already. I was hot already. So at that point in time, then I began considering taking quick loan.
Quick loan. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you
So-
bought into it.
So I went and I checked how much I could take. When I looked at how much I could take,
And it was how
it
much?
wasn't worth it. It wasn't up to what I needed. So I didn't.
You
even
didn't
bother.
want to start from somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't. I
You
didn't
just,
even
you just
bother.
want to start, then boom,
Yeah,
you are
yeah,
there.
So I didn't even.
But it
bother.
doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't bother.
I also know of a friend who started, and then in fact he borrowed, and then he used it to buy a mobile phone.
Oh wow.
Yes, he got he.
Then
was-
he'll be
he
able
was-
to borrow a
he
lot.
was,
oh.
It was in the region of the 2000. After he just took out the chip and registered another chip.
Ah.
And I have always been telling him that I'll let the police arrest him.
Hey,
Yes,
don't worry. The day of
the
reckoning
idea of
is
reckoning will
coming.
come.
The day of reckoning is coming. When they are put
Oh,
before a court
people,
of competent
people have
jurisdiction.
passion for that. People have passion for that actually. Those days when you are sending Momo, even 1 CD, 2 CD to somebody, Charlie, hold on. When you are sending the money, let me know. Then I'll give you a number. Then you realize that Charlie, that person.
If the money falls into that, if the money falls into it, the MTN people will take it quick.
And how?
But if you've borrowed money, pay.
Definitely,
Pay
so
back.
that at least somebody
You saw
else
the
will
terms
also
and
get-
conditions. Pay.
Somebody will also get that opportunity to enjoy the facility. But
Yeah.
of course, the typical Ghanaian is the one that you borrow money to, and then the person has the money to pay back, all right. But because you are not asking for it, the person thinks that you don't need it. So he or she won't pay until you go asking for it. And can you imagine if you are the type who cannot also go chasing?
Well,
your money?
fortunately, you told us that there are some courts that have been put in place
Yes.
for debt recovery.
Yes.
So I'm sure that all those entities who need to recover debt will go to
very
those courts
very soon
and
we'll
go and
start,
get their
we'll-
monies
we'll
from
start
them.
hauling people.
But we
before-
are told that the Ghana Bar Association elections are coming up,
yes, yes,
right? And the elections committee has held balloting for the various candidates
Absolutely.
who are vying for various slots
yes. That is
for
so.
their new national executives.
Yes.
It's supposed to take place on the 11th of September
September.
in Kumasi.
So virtually about a month from now.
So
Yes, the whole the lawyers in this country
yeah,
will all be in Kumasi. Is Kumasi the same as the Garden City?
yes,
So they will be in the Garden City of Kumasi for the election. And you know that the national executive, they are electing new executive, and to this year is also an election year. Ghana is electing new leaders.
so it's all election.
Yes, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is in there. Former President John Dramani Mahama is in there. And this one, the GB, the Ghana Bar Association, is also electing a new executive. And interestingly, they also coming up with new faces. The current administration, led by Yao Champon Boafo,
Yes.
is not seeking a re-election.
Good morning
Yes.
to Yahweh Champon Boafo.
Absolutely.
My good friend.
Yes.
Good morning to him.
He's a very affable leader. He's
Yeah.
a very strong president that has commanded this slot. His vice is also not going. And in fact, the vice presidential slot at the same time as they are also not going. So we are having a new set. The
new set of
GBA is
people
having a new set.
contesting.
And guess who are in contention for the presidency?
Who are those?
Agbesi Jakpasu. Currently, he is the president of the Greater Accra Regional Bar.
So he wants to be
Yes,
Ghana Bar
he
Association
wants
president.
to be the president. So
Okay.
he's as it were moving things up. He's campaigning seriously in all that. And then guess who he's coming up against?
Who is he coming up
Mrs.
against?
Ifua Gati. Does it ring a bell?
If we are
Gati, yes. Does the name ring a bell to you? Oh, I'm sure. Mrs. Ifua Gati. Also, once upon a time, a president of the Greater Accra Regional Bar. And the wife of Honorable Joe Gati,
Yeah.
the former Attorney General, and
Yeah.
quite recently he was on the ballot of the NPP presidential.
For Isika
Absolutely,
Dukitan.
absolutely.
Right?
He was an MP there for a very long time
Yeah.
before he decided to.
So Ifwagati.
Ifwagati
Okay.
is also in there for the race. So these are the two people who are vying for the presidential slot. They want
Okay.
to succeed Yao Echampon Boafo. So on the 11th of September, one of them will become the president. And the vice presidential race, guess who are the candidates?
Who are the candidates?
Ebenezer Abed Kwetu from the Western region. He's also vying for the vice presidential slot. And guess who he is coming up against? Mrs. Victoria Bath.
Victoria Bar.
Victoria Bath.
Okay.
One astute lawyer in there. So if you go to the presidency, there's a lady and then a gentleman.
And
If
then
you
the
come
vice
to the
presidency, a lady and a
there's
gentleman.
lady and a
Okay.
gentleman.
Moving
So
on.
they are vying for the vice presidential slot. And guess who? As for the general, I'll come to. There are some of them who are going unopposed. But the deputy general secretary, two people, Aurelius Ewuku, also from the Western region,
Okay.
and then one Antoinette Esquire. So the two of them are also fighting for the deputy general secretary.
Okay.
But the rest, Kweku Jeu Bafo, the general secretary, is going on unopposed.
Okay.
Public relations officer, Xavier Kuje, has been somebody that we have always
Yes,
been
we've been
engaging,
hearing from.
very affable and very, very accommodating.
He's also going unopposed.
unopposed, and you understand why he's going unopposed. Then, the assistant public relations officer, Laurentia Adika, also unopposed. And of course, the treasurer. It's one slot about. Anytime you are going for an election, there's one particular slot that virtually every time it is unopposed.
Treasurer.
Treasurer. Virtually almost every time. because it's a specialized
All right.
area, and if you are not careful dealing with monetary issues, you'll be hot. So
Yeah.
these are the elections, and these are the candidates who are viral, who have made themselves available for the GBA election. And they'll be having a conference. You know, the legal vacation is on, so they'll be having a conference to strategize for the new legal year. It is at this very conference that they will elect new leaders. So this is what we can. The conference will take place between the 9th of September and the 13th of September. A whole week activity.
All right. So the GBA elections are coming up on the 11th of September, right?
Yes, yes. So when I was talking to you about those vying for the slots,
Yes.
Ifwagati has a message for the people who be voting.
Dear esteemed members of the Ghana Bar Association, it is time for us to elect new leaders for our cherished association, and I offer myself to serve as president. My vision for the Ghana Bar Association is to have a bar which is united and resolved to offer invaluable service to its members in all the different areas of practice. A bar which caters to the total well-being of its members by prioritizing their healthcare, facilitating career progression, and deepening their pockets. A bar that is alive to its watchdog role in the society and remains relevant in every pertinent national discourse. A bar that forges important alliances with international bars to offer exposure and new opportunities to its members in niche areas of legal practice. My track record of over 30 years of selfless service to the Ghana Bar Association and as Greater Accra Bar President is ample testament to my capabilities as a transformational leader. Please give me your mandate to serve you, and let's make the Ghana Bar Association a bar that is well recognized both locally and internationally, a bar that you can be proud of. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah, so that is Mrs. Ifwagati.
So what are the rest? The rest.
Yes, the rest are there.
Don't they have any campaign messages?
No, they do have my campaign messages.
Why are we not hearing their campaign
rather
messages?
unfortunate was Mrs. Gati's message that we got available this morning.
Okay.
In fact, on TV, we projected the posters of all the candidates, Agbesi Japasu,
Right.
Mrs. Victoria Bat, Beneza Kwetu,
Right.
and all those who are contesting for the various positions. We gave that extensive indication on TV. It's rather of that on radio, you need to hear a sound. But of course, she's saying that I have been around for the past 30 years. And the people will need to give her a mandate.
Well,
So
we'll
the
see the
GBA
people
election
give her
is
the
getting
mandate.
very, very interesting. The candidates are calling on the delegates. Remember, once upon a time, what Sir John said, fear delegates.
Fear
You see a
delegates.
lot of people by your side pushing you, but after the ballot, you know your real friends.
Well, let's say congratulations to Yabuafo. He has served his term. Some would say he has served it very well. And he's bowing out.
Yeah, in fact, he
gracefully.
had the opportunity to go for a re-election.
Yeah, but he
of
decided
course,
not
decided not to. Of
to
course.
go again.
Sometimes as a leader, you should know when to.
Yeah, you should
bow
know
and
to
when
bow
not
out when the
to.
applause,
Absolutely.
is highest.
Absolutely.
Very well.
And
Mutala
just
Inusa.
before I go, George Bernard Shaw is a lawyer. He's listening to us this morning. Counsel, good morning.
Good morning to you, Counsel George Bernard Shaw. You're still listening to The Morning Star here on Star 103.5 FM. We mentioned that today is International Youth